I am live. Alright, so I decided to do a live video for this little YouTube review update experience on using a peptide. So I haven't done a video for about a minute, so I just felt the need to kind of address this issue. If you guys haven't been following me, say on Instagram, I've been going through a bit of a flare-up with my Crohn's disease, and so people around me, especially the ones that are super close to me, kind of know this, but just been dealing with the symptoms, and they're a little bit inconvenient, like not totally like debilitating in my life, but they're just enough to be annoying. So I did go to the doctor yesterday, and I was prescribed, my doctor wrote out like 4 prescriptions for me. So I'm on some oral medications now for my flare-up. I did get some stool samples done to test to see if I had the C. diff infection or H. pylori or any of those things going on. And I was cleared of those, which is a good thing. And what else? And blood work, I had, complete blood count, blood work done, blood panel, all that stuff, cholesterol, whole 9. Everything looks good. And what else? And then the blood blood work to test for my inflammation markers, which is what, we do a lot to see where my inflammation is, if I'm ever inflamed and stuff like that. So that tested high for, inflammation markers. So my inflammation markers are high, which definitely means I'm in a flare-up, which I knew that. So that's why I'm on a prescription for oral medications, plus my Entyvio infusion treatment that I get every 8 weeks. And so right now we're going through authorization process to possibly up my infusion treatment to like every 4 weeks. So right now the main thing is getting the authorization through the insurance to see if the insurance will approve that, because Entyvio every 8 weeks billed to my insurance is between $25,000 to $30,000 every 8 weeks. So for the insurance to approve that, that means it's like double now the amount. Because instead of having like 5 infusions or 6 infusions that I end up in a year, that's like 12 infusions, and that's over $300,000. Anyways, so in the meantime, I spoke to somebody, and somebody kind of like plugged in my ear of like some things, to help reduce inflammation, my own, avid approach naturally on trying to get my Crohn's managed, in which I'm always trying to do. And so some of the stuff, this person told me, some stuff I already know about and I'm already been doing, but he did throw at me a mention of some peptides. So one of the peptides it's called BPC-157. And so then I ended up doing some research on this peptide. And it's a multiple amino acid makeup, and it is something that is derived actually from the gastric juices, acids, or from the stomach, or from, intestinal digestive system. So that's what that is. And there's a lot of reports on this peptide. So there's about, it's a healing peptide. So in bodybuilding, I guess, bodybuilders and powerlifters, they use it for injuries, if they've had an injury. So it's a healing peptide for injuries. So you can localize it and put it in the area of the injuries. And it's also, some will use it in conjunction with a steroid cycle to maximize their steroid cycle, and actually mainly for inducing recovery time. So it helps with the recovery time, and also helps repair, strengthen the tendons and ligaments. My battery's dying. So that's what that does. Um, 1 second here. Let me plug this in. Alright, so I don't die. So it's a healing peptide. So look it up, do some research if you guys are interested. Maybe you guys have some injuries. It's a healing peptide, BPC-157. Alright, gotta do your own research. I'm trying it out on my own experiment for my Crohn's disease because after reading some research about it, it has been used and addressed for helping with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, fistulas, which I suffer from. I have fistulas, and so look that up. Look that up yourself. And that's something that kind of is coupled with Crohn's disease. Not every Crohn's disease patient gets fistulas, but it is a common thing that happens, and it's not fun at all. So between that and all my Crohn's symptoms that I'm dealing with, so that is why I'm using the BPC 157. I am actually on, let me see, I started it, I did 1 dose on April 10th. That was last week, Tuesday evening. I did 1 dose of 250 micrograms, and that one I did intramuscular. So there's 3 ways that you can do this peptide. You can do it intramuscular, subcutaneous, sub-Q, and oral. So I've been kind of bouncing back and forth. So I'm not really sure on where my greatest benefits or receiving the peptide into my system would benefit me the most. So I've kind of been doing like intramuscular and then oral. I've been doing like 500 micrograms a day. So the way I've reconstituted, I got it off some other articles on how to reconstitute it. They come in a vial of 5 milligrams, and I reconstitute it with 3 mLs of bacteriostatic water, and then every time you pull you got to use the insulin syringe, and every time you pull to the 15th little tick mark on the insulin syringe, that's 250 micrograms. So I'm doing that twice a day. I'm splitting them up, and so I'm kind of alternating them, intramuscular and oral. So oral, you just kind of squirt it under your tongue, and then dissolve into the bloodstream. And I kind of read that will address more of the intestinal issues doing it orally, but you will still get a good response if you do it, sub-Q or intramuscular. So I'm just trying it out to see. And today I'm actually having a good day. So today is Tuesday, which is a week now of me doing this. So I started on Tuesday, April 10th. I did 1 dose in the evening, 250 micrograms. And then each day I've been doing like splitting it 250 micrograms, like either in the morning and then midday the other one. But last night I actually did the full 500 micrograms, and I did the full 500 micrograms actually under my tongue, so orally. And I did notice, like today, waking up, like I was like super rested. And I've read on some forums and other people's use of it that it has helped with sleep. And they slept like super good. So now that kind of makes sense, because when I did it last night and I did the full 500 micrograms, I slept really, really good, kind of like in a coma. And my sleep's been kind of up and down of a battle. And normally I'm a great sleeper, but when I'm in a flare-up and inflammation's going on, I do suffer. My sleep does suffer. So I noticed that. Today, I don't know if it's my medications, and I was told, I'm on prednisone. So my doctor kind of made aware to me, which I never really paid attention before in the past, is that prednisone, I guess, can make you a little ampy or jittery. And so I took my full dose this morning. She said, try it out, either split it up, or if I can handle the full dose, then do that. But this morning I did have kind of an extra boost of energy, so I don't know if it was taking the full dose of prednisone, if that kind of got me like amped up a little bit, plus the good sleep that I got, possibly from taking the double dose of the BPC last night at, and under the tongue. And what else that I noticed today? That I actually feel pretty good today. And I'm just hoping that it is the BPC kicking in. I'm about to order another vial so that I can continue this for about 4 weeks. So this has only been 1 week that I've been on this. So anybody who is suffering from like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis, or any digestive issues, and IBS, maybe stomach ulcers and things like that, just look it up, do some research, and try it out. I just kind of want to give my input and my review and my experience on using this so far, on this product. And hopefully the company that I bought it from seems pretty reputable. I think I might try a different company just to see, because there are a lot of peptide companies out there, and you want to be careful on who you're ordering from and stuff like that. And getting a legitimate source, right? Because next thing you know, like, there's 50 million peptide companies out there, and you just gotta look and see that they have, their reports, and that they're backed by like either money back guarantees, and they'll kind of give you the breakdown of what the peptide is consistent of. And so you just kind of want to look for all these little pieces of information. So that is my kind of experience so far using the peptide. Nothing crazy. I'm not experiencing any side effects or anything crazy. When I do it oral, like under the tongue, I can taste it. It's a little warm feeling that I get when it goes under the tongue. When I inject it intramuscular, I don't really feel anything. So, but my body is going through so much stuff right now. It's hard to pinpoint what is causing what, because I battle with fatigue a lot, and that's due to the inflammation, and probably my crazy schedule and things like that. So it's kind of hard to exactly pinpoint what is what. So just want to there's my input right now. Hopefully I'll have a better update with that, and I'm really, really hoping that the BPC is gonna like pull me out of where I am right now with my symptoms, and just now integrating the oral medications that I just started yesterday. So that's gonna take a little while to kick in. The I'm on colazole, which is balsalicide colazole. I'm on 6-MP and prednisone, and like a prescription folic acid. So those are the medications along with my Entyvio infusion treatment that I get every 8 weeks. So that's my protocol treatment for my Crohn's disease. And we'll see where I'm at. I'm going to do a follow-up regarding the BPC, and of course seeing how the oral medications are kicking in. But like I said, today is a good day with my symptoms. Like, I take any victory that I can get, any victories, and I take every good day that I get. So I did have some energy today, and like, my symptoms are behaving today. So I'm having a good day. So that is my quick little input on the BPC-157. Do your own research, look it up. There are several. I'll put a link to the peptide company that I did order from, and then the other peptide company that I am going to order from. So, and then I'll give an update, I guess, based on the other company's peptide, on another video. So stay tuned, and pass this along to anybody that you know that suffers from either injuries, inflammation, IBS, IBD, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, fistulas. Kind of like share this information, kind of let them have the insight, do their own research, and if they want to experiment and try it out on themselves, I would love to hear back. All right, so peace out. Thank you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Live, raw footage from Tonia Moore, IFBB Pro, bodybuilder from the LBC, in the place to be. Peace.